Alright, so good news. I got the car out and it's home. However, power steering pump went out, which I had just put a brand new one on last spring. Worked good all last year. Started up for the first time this year and it's whining. So we went over everything, checked everything. It's not leaking. It wasn't even low on fluid. Tried the bleeding procedure. Nothing. It's just screaming. So under warranty. Gonna send it back, get a new one out here, and we'll be on our way. But today we are going to do a keyless entry system. So when I swapped to this body, I tried bringing everything over from the other car. So the box, the fobs, and I've been fighting with it and couldn't get it to work, so I figured, what the heck, I'll just put an aftermarket system in. Basically, for like Tanner's car, we put a keyless system to control his doors. So each button pops each door. I like that system so much, I actually just bought it for this one. So I'm using the same 5-way system from Autolock that we put in Tanner's car. I'm going to walk you through and putting an aftermarket system in general, not so specific to the Autolock, just to kind of help you guys out if you decide to go this route. This will also work for like aftermarket alarm systems too. I just kind of opted out for the alarm because it's just annoying. My thoughts are we're going to wire in by the BCM because that's where 80% of the wiring is that we need. We'll get this installed. Okay, so let's open this up and take a look at what we have, and I'll show you what I printed out to kind of help with the installation. So, Autolock 5 function. It's basically what this gives you. Obviously stickers, because stickers are cool. Here's our fobs, which are ready to go. Here's the brain itself, quite small, so it'll be easy to tuck away and hide. Our relay switch, the LED to go with it, and here's our main harness. So we'll have to translate all this into what's in the car. So here's the instructions that came with it. Kind of general walk you through how it works, how to wire different types of switches in. Now our cars are going to be a little difficult when it comes to how their wiring set up because ours is a 1-wire system, which they aren't set up for. Basically it's 2 grounds, 1 ground with a resistor in its place. And then here's the general schematic as to what all the wire colors are. Start off with our trunk diagram, all our wire colors there. Here's our power lock schematic. Now what I'm going to end up doing is tapping into post BCM. So what I'll be doing is basically engaging the relays, not so much telling the BCM which way the switch is. And then our light schematic, which I'll just be tapping into basically the relay. I'll be telling the relay to turn the lights on. So pretty simple as far as that. 5-way is a little overkill for my situation, but I know his system works well, so why change? I'll show you guys what I mean about most of our connections are at the BCM. So like this is our parking lamp schematic, and the parking lights run through there. Here's our door lock. You can see here the door lock runs through also before it hits the relays. And here you'll see our trunk runs through the BCM also. So honestly the only thing I gotta find is power and ground. So the first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna drop this panel. Our good old flathead. And then we're gonna get rid of this one with the 3 7mm. This hole. Drop him out of the way. And access our BCM. So to help kind of translate this mess, I did all the testing and figured out what we need to do here. So for real simple, on our trunk, at the BCM connector 1, wire B3, which ends up being this guy right here. when our brain here sends a pulse, it pops the trunk like it should. And then for our lock and unlock, at our BCM, we're looking at connector 3, which is the pink one. Now watch, because there's actually 2 white ones. So unlock is going to be B3. Again, when you tie in the correct wire, it triggers the unlock. And the lock for all the doors is light blue at A8. Again, on this connector right here. So that's what we have so far. I still got to figure out the parking lights. So it was actually a little easier getting the glove box out to work on the wires a little better. So I'm now at the point where let's see if you guys can see this. So we have lock, we have unlock, trunk. So, and that's all dealing with everything right here at the BCM. I did run into one issue. I wasn't really reading the schematic correctly, but for the unlock, the driver is actually separate. So you have to tap into the driver unlock as well as the rest of the door unlocks. So whether 2 or 4 door, driver's on its own, and either the passenger or the passenger and rear doors are on their separate. You also need A2 on connector 3 with the other ones. That's yellow. That'll control your driver door unlock. Now I need to figure out how to tie into the parking lights so we get the flashing when I lock and unlock the car. And then we're going to go ahead and tie everything up. I'm going to go through and figure out what I don't need in here and get rid of it. This is a 5-way system. I'm using 3, so the other 2 wires I'm just going to kind of fold up and leave there in case I want to add something down the road. Okay, so, and for our lights, as you can see here, a little bit of BCM on the exterior lights. The white, so connector 1, B1, is our direct route to the relay. So we tap our light wire into that, and I give you lights. So we're back in one piece here, and to recap, I have lock, so 1 flash, both doors lock. Got unlock, 2 flashes of the lights, locks both doors, and trunk. No lights, but it does actuate the trunk. So we're good to go. I'll go over everything real quick all together and we'll wrap this video. So many wires. Okay, so to wrap, real quick, I'll go over exactly what I did with the papers here in front of us. Just to recap. First is door locks. So I found that you have to tie into not only the door unlock relay in general, but also the driver door unlock. That translates to the yellow and the white at the BCM tied together to the system. So then that brings us to the lock. The lock is a 1 wire. It's a light blue. That'll get your lock and your unlock. So next would be add in your trunk, which is a 1 wire. So again at the BCM, this is a light blue wire on different plug. I chose to add in the light feature that stock does actually do. This unit actually will do the same thing. 2 flashes for unlock, 1 flash for lock. I found that at the BCM also. At connector 1, a white wire, and that activates the parking light relay, so that gets your flashes going. So that's all for this. Thanks for watching. Hope this helps. If you guys need help with schematics or specific wiring, let me know. This should work for just about any aftermarket out there, not just auto lock. So all you have to do is just kind of match what your system is to the car. So see you on the next one.